and welcome to another very important episode of Art Isn't Easy. The show where we discuss the injustices and the underdog stories of being an artist.
As you can see, we are donning black as a symbol of our mourning and protest of this year's Antoinette Perry Awards for Excellence in Broadway Theater, or as they're more commonly known,
The Tony Awards.
Oh, give my regards to Broadway. Remember me to Herald Square.
That's right, the Tony Awards. The highest honor that New York City has to offer.
I'll be in New York, New York, New York. As Philadelphians, we are committed to the art making of this great city. The city of brotherly love, sisterly affection, and genderqueer ambivalence.
And we take frequent trips to visit our neighbors in the north, the thriving, albeit inferior, theater community of New York City.
Too hot, too cold, too late, I'm sold again on NYC. Despite the many productions we've mounted this year and our countless hours walking the streets of New York City on Broadway, we have not been recognized for a Tony nomination this year. And we ask ourselves, is there no justice?
None. Even though we were technically ineligible in every Tony Award category this year, we take this oversight as a personal attack against the integrity and power of our art making.
While lesser artists would see this momentary roadblock as a defeat, we have decided to let creativity and imagination be our form of protest. So we are shedding old skins and trying something new.
We're ready to go. Let's start the show. While we debuted countless musical productions this season, astonishingly, none of them are amongst the Tony nominees for this year's Best Musical.
Apparently, these 4 nominated musicals were all adapted from the screen.
Now, as true, committed theater artists of the stage, we refrain from ever watching any film or television shows.
We have taken the only thing we know about these musicals, their titles, and written 4 new shows.
4 brand new shows that showcase our far superior songwriting skills. We begin with SpongeBob SquarePants, a raw, heartbreaking tale that examines a broken school system and the flaws of American capitalism by telling the story of Bob, a lonely janitor who spends his days cleaning up spilled milk in the school cafeteria using his array of sponges that he keeps in his square pants.
Bob, on the job, I need you. There's a cleanup situation in the staff bathroom.
Mr. Squarepants, I have a question, one small question for you. Do you like being a janitor? Is there more that you long for?
Who will scrub my heart? Who will mop my tears? Who will share my sponge? My sponge! We now move on to Mean Girls. And while some think the title refers to the attitude of these young women, it in fact refers to the mathematical mean. Yes, this is a show about deeply average girls. I'm stuck in the middle, nothing special here to see. Totally hopelessly average, it's so lonely. Are there more out there like me? Welcome to the Mean Girls Club. You don't have to be
The next show we created was The Band's Visit, an uplifting tale of the British invasion. We focus on that fateful night in February of 1964 when 4 young men from Liverpool, England hopped the pond and made their debut in America. We're headed across the Atlantic, straight for the red, white and blue.
Red, white and blue.
Gonna make our debut tomorrow. For you and you and you and you.
You and you.
We're headed to America. Land of liberty.
I wanna see the band. I wanna see the band's visit.
In our telling of this story, we reveal that even the highly successful Beatles had the occasional internal conflict. When we did the sound check, I made sure that everybody knew the key. I said play in C, it's in C, play in C.
When you told us what the key was, it was quite unclear to me. This is what you told me. Play in D, play in D, play in C, play in C. I said clearly play in C, play in D. We've now come to our final musical, Frozen. And while we have no idea what Frozen on Broadway is about, we know this refers to our own personal autobiographical experience of being in a rehearsal process, and all the decisions have been made. Everything is set, and the show is Frozen.
We're frozen. Hours spent rehearsing, but we're frozen. We've done lots of cursing, now we're frozen. And now the world will see all we've given all our hearts to, given all our smarts to. We play lots of parts too, it's true. And we're frozen. And it's time. 'Cause we're frozen. These 4 new original musicals are what we've given all our hearts to over the past month.
As a means of protesting the corrupt and commercialized Tony Awards, we invite you to attend our own production of these 4 new musicals.
It's happening on June 10th, the same night as the Tony Awards. And it's a unique, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see all 4 of these musicals, the best musicals of this season, back to back, in concert. We know where we'll be on Tony's night. Where will you be?
So on behalf of all of us here at Art Isn't Easy, we would like to tell you that musicals are alive in our hearts and in yours.
And for that, you're welcome. In a great big Broadway show.